Alright guys, so I know it's been just a wee little minute since I last uploaded. But there is essentially one reason why I'm making this video right here, and it's basically because I be looking on YouTube and I see people talking about, oh yeah, best 10 tips for Orion Drift. They're the most useless tips, oversaturated tips, and really just don't really help players because most players that have played the game for more than a day already know these things. So I'm going to give you guys some of the best tips that maybe you didn't know about, maybe you did. They're going to help you if you're new, and they're probably going to help you even if you've been playing the game for a long time. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, the first tip is for if you're very new and say you just got your game, you've only been playing for a little bit. Let me just show you. So over here you have your panel here, you can see it. You have your casual 33, scrap run, drift blitz, weekly challenge, premier 4-4, parkour, and club over here, as you can see. So one of my best ideas or tips. So you want to go to browse stations if you're really new. It might be broken here. If it's broken, it took me a while to learn this. If it's broken here, you can't see those. You can go over to here, and it's always fixed over here. So go in here, and if you're new, make sure you're on rookie lobbies, and you want to choose one with a lot of players in it. This is where you'll be able to learn how to play the game, and where you will be able to get help. And if you see someone who is really good and way too good to be playing in rookie lobbies, tell them to go to core because they're doing something called rookie stomping, and it's really bad for the community. Alright guys, so basically the second tip is something called boost management. Here's what it is, let me show you. So I just started a game in MT Arena, but basically what I tend to see a lot of newer players doing when they first start the game, and they're like, oh my god, it's my first time getting the ball. Here's what I see them do. They go like this, and they go up into the air, they get over here, and they fall out of the air to get the ball smacked away and get scored on. So if that's you, I'll show you an easy way to fix that, and it's one simple thing. It's called boost management. It's basically when you have a surface that's not super high, instead of jumping up and using all your boost to get to it, you want to just jump up and tap your boost. It'll reduce the angle and speed that you go, but it's really good because look, I can even at probably 3/4 boost, I can make it across the entire map just by tapping. And if I had full boost, I could go from goal to goal. And just by doing that, you can make it to further places and have enough boost to go around, pass it to your teammates, or score it. The third tip, like I said, it does tie in with the second one. This one is called boost control. And it's kind of like boost management, except for this one's actually really good and it helps you juke your opponents. Let me show you it. And if you don't know how to do it at all, I may make a separate video just on it. But if you want to learn it, you just gotta practice boosting while holding the ball, but only using one hand. So if you want to go to the right, you hold the ball in your left hand, and you boost towards the right with your right boost, like this. And then if you want to go to the left, you hold it with your right hand, and you go to the left. And then if you want to go up, you can hold it with either hand and just go up with one hand, like this. And then when you want to go down, you just hold it with one hand and boost down. And you may see kids in core lobbies, kids that they're always juking and stuff. They'll go like this, and then before you can even do anything, they'll go down like that. If you want to be able to go down and up really fast with them, and not have to go forward as much, what you want to do while you're even if you're falling forward, you want to put your hand behind you. That'll make you, if you put your hand behind you and point it a little bit backwards while you go down, that will make you go way less forward and more down like this. And I'll just do an example in third person just to show. So you go up. And I'm not the best at it currently, but since I started doing it, I've been winning way more games, and it's helped me a lot getting better. Alright, guys, the third tip is jukes. It's a very simple tip. A lot of you may already know how to do it, but I'm going to show you to do it better and probably hit way more jukes. Alright, basically, you want to learn. I see a lot of people just like going like this when they want to juke someone, or they just like kind of go to the side. But really, one of the best ways, if you have someone that's running with you, just stop. They'll run way past you, and you can just turn the other direction. That'll actually get you more distance, because a lot of times when you see someone just normally juking, they won't get much distance, and they'll actually just like go here and then be like this. You only get maybe 1 or 2 jukes in, then the opponent takes the ball, and boom, they score. But if you start trying to get speed to run past someone, and then you immediately stop, and maybe go up, and use boost control, then you'll probably get way past more opponents. Probably get past way more opponents. Alright. But then again, if it's the right situation, sometimes it is good to just go past 1, 2, and then boost control is really just a good way to actually gain distance with opponents. Alright, the next tip is, I'm gonna say this, ceiling carving. You may, if you're a newer player, you may see people going like this, just going up. Oh my god, wait. Fuck. You might, like, if you're a newer player, you might see people going like this, going up to the ceiling. And like, how are they doing that? How are they to the ceiling? Alright. It was really hard for me at first when I first learned it, but there was one simple trick that like basically immediately let me do it. And if you practice it for maybe 10 or 20 minutes, you'll have it down, and then you just gotta keep practicing with the ball to do it with your ball. So, and really that one trick boils down to, there's 2, actually. So, one of the ones that's a lot more commonly heard is you wanna start going into the carve before you actually hit the ceiling. So it might work if I just go into it and start carving, but it doesn't work nearly as well. Look, so if I start before, and if I just start when I hit the ceiling, obviously I don't go much further. Another thing I see a lot of people doing, they have their hand all the way up here, and they go like this, and they can't do a full 360, or they can't do it at all, because their hand's just like way above, and it just bounces off a lot of times. It'll go like this, and it's done. What you want to do, you want to start with your head barely above your head, so like this, and as you're doing the carve, bring it slowly more and more up. That'll let you do a longer ceiling carve like this. And once you know how to do that, you can start trying to do it with the ball. So if you have an opponent trying to cut you off, boom, ceiling carve, and that's easy. On that same note, another trick is, I'm sure, unless it's your first day playing, you've probably already maybe seen a video about it, just regular carving. It's basic movement to this game, but you might not know how to do it, and I'm just going to teach you, alright? Because there's no point in learning how to ceiling carve if you can't even carve in the first place. So all it really boils down to is, you either, when you're going forward, you either take your wrist and you spin it around your back, or you take your whole body and you like turn around your whole body, and that could keep you in a carve like infinitely. You can stay in a carve as long as you keep the carve going like this. You can just keep it going. Or if you want to do a quick one, you can just do behind your hands. Although if you're playing on Quest 2, your hands may not be able to track that, so if you're playing on Quest 2, I always recommend doing just the normal, like, just turning around with your hand. Alright, for our next tip, since I, of course, have already gone through the, certified. Find another arena, please. Thank you very much. W certified. I imagine we fell in love on the mountain moonlight skies with you. So guys, the next tip is, since I've gone through the other 2 types of carving, I am going to go with the third, which is wall carving. This can be very useful if you don't really have anywhere to go for a juke. Like right here is a really good place for a wall carve, because you can't really have an opponent coming from here, there, or there. There's a few options you can go. You can go straight up, where you can either hit the ceiling and be cooked, go up here and lose all your boost and not do much from there, or you could fly up there. You could like run around to either you or the opponent's goal, wherever it is, which can be dangerous, or you can run straight at the opponent trying to juke them. But another option is you can take your ball, you can run up, you can wall carve, and then or hit a second one and just use this place. It's very easy for wall carving because it has an indentation, which means that you stick to the wall way better. Or a lot of places, if you're stuck, if you're defending on your own goal, going with the wall is a great option because you don't make an opening for an easy shot. Because if you're normally playing, you have an opponent coming at you here, and you're trying to defend. You run through here. There's a non-zero chance that they could just cut in, strike it in, and it's a free goal. But if you can wall carving is not as necessary here because you can just jump over it. But that's a good area. And then wall carving here. Those are the 3 main areas you're going to be wall carving when you learn how to do it. And it's very good for just defending. And if it takes you a long time to learn it, that's okay, because I learned ceiling carving before I learned wall carving. But what helped me is you gotta basically, I don't know if any of you guys played Gorilla Tag and learned how to like vertical and stuff, but it's kind of a similar thing where you wanna lean away from the wall like this, so you're basically like level with the wall on your screen. So you're gonna be like rotated over like this. And that makes it so it feels more like just regular carving for you. So you can do that and act like you're just regular carving. And then once you're in the carve, it's pretty easy to stay into it. Alright guys, my next tip for getting better at the game in general is either play ranked. If you have a Discord account, play ranked. You'll be placed with people that are either on your level usually or above your level, which makes it really good for training and getting better at the game. But if you don't have a Discord or you just want to stay in 3v3 arenas, what you can do, just go into core lobbies, try to find the people that look way better than you, and go on the other team. Another tip commonly talked about, and for a very good reason, is ball control. It's one of the core mechanics of the game. Controlling the ball, being able to get past your opponents, controlling it enough to shoot consistently at many angles, pass the ball or anywhere, or just dribbling it past your teammates or past your opponents. And you can really learn this by just going through your arenas, and whether it's an empty arena or with friends or with random people, just running through, just trying to see how long you can keep the ball from touching the ground without using boost. And if you want to practice your aerial control, just do the same thing, but with the match not started. Try to see how long you can stay off the ground and like in the air and with the ball in your hands. Next tip, and probably the second to last tip I have, is gonna be shooting and accuracy. So accuracy kind of ties in with the ball control. So you want to have good accuracy so you can take shots from many angles like that, and learn your aim and hits and power. Because if you're just taking random shots from here, rocketing it across like that, that's not going to do anything for you. Yeah, so you wanna have good accuracy and good power, because that's the entirety of shooting and passing. Because you don't want to be hitting passes like this to your teammate. If they're on bridge, you don't want to hit them with one of these. My last tip is subscribing.